This Chinese phone is made by the world's fourth largest smartphone producer.
It's a massive Chinese brand by the sound of it, yet few people seem to know about it here in China. 你有没有听说过这款手机？
没有。
没有。
知道它是什么吗？手机。
That's because they're not sold in China at all. Instead, they account for over half of all smartphone sales on the other side of the world, in Africa. The name of the company is Transsion, and it owns 3 top-selling smartphone brands sold throughout many African countries.
Transsion is a company from China, but in Africa we are deeply rooted in the continent.
The phones are cheaper than those made by most competitors, with its cheapest handsets costing as little as, wait for it, $10.
But are low prices all there is to Transsion's success in Africa? In fact, there's much more to it than that. In this episode of InFocus, we explain how these Chinese phones have won over the African market.
I am in Chongqing, a city known for its impressive architectures as well as being a major electronics manufacturing hub of China. I visited Transsion's factory there to find out its secrets, but soon realized that my discoveries were more about the African market than about smartphones themselves.
We have done a lot of research before launching any product.
As the company developed phone features tailored to African users, they discovered many preferences specific to the region. For example, the phone cameras have been designed to more accurately and respectfully capture darker skin tones.
When you're taking a picture, it's very clear. Anytime, day or night, it's very clear.
This strategic focus on the so-called selfie generation targets the potential of young African consumer markets.
This is the youngest continent in the world.
从人口的变化来讲的话，也就是说
In terms of population, growth has slowed down in many places such as Europe and America. In contrast, a larger proportion of global population growth is now coming from regions like Africa.
增长是来自于像非洲。
Top global brands often compete with expensive high-end 5G flagship models, which Transsion also does. However, the company's primary focus is not on this segment. Transsion says it recognizes unmet consumer needs in Africa's underdeveloped regions, which have traditionally been overlooked by others. To capture this market, many of Transsion's phones come with long battery life for areas with unstable power supply, and signal boosting technologies for regions with poor connectivity, among other features.
非洲很多地区
We have an anti-sweat coating designed for use in tropical climates, as well as dust blockers in the holes intended for use in areas with high levels of sand and metal particles in the air.
开发了针对非洲使用的环境的专用防尘网。
For many, it is an affordable upgrade to their digital lives. Maurice is a retired teacher who has ventured into farming in one of Kenya's remote counties. His new Chinese phone allows him to make digital payments to his helpers.
Today you may have money. For security purposes, it's not easy to put it in your pocket. Now I don't just take money from my pocket and pay them at the end of the work. They have their phones. I transfer the money from my phone to theirs.
Let them feel the essence of the free flow information technology.
大家更多的可能认为手机市场已经进入到5G 时代。
Globally speaking, it's common for people to think that the mobile market has already entered the 5G era. However, in reality, more than 30% of the world's market share still comes from 4G and 3G technologies.
提供了大量的3G、4G 的解决方案。
However, Transsion's growth is not without its future challenges. Experts point out that as affordability has become integral to its brand identity, a significant portion of the company's future phone profit margins may rely on its ability to continue keeping costs low.
这几年呢，我们一直
In the past years, we've been pushing for smart manufacturing, such as replacing humans with automation, in order to increase efficiency and reduce costs.
这个成本的这种 压缩就是非常之大。
For now, at least, Transsion is having its day. In January, it sponsored the 34th African Cup of Nations and pledged to refurbish 100 community football pitches across Africa over the next 5 years.
It is a win-win for all of us, and hopefully the result will show itself in the future.
Call it charity or a marketing maneuver. At the end of the day, it's a testament to just how far Transsion has come in Africa. This is as much a reflection of the distinctive opportunities present in Africa as it is the business strategies employed to seize them. However, another challenge lies ahead. Currently, Transsion phones have expanded into 70 global markets. For instance, this particular batch is destined for South America's Ecuador.
We operate in Southeast Asia, South Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. We're going from Africa to global emerging markets.
Can Transsion replicate its triumphs in Africa? The company has been focusing on developing localization features for regions such as South Asia. Experts emphasize that these efforts will be crucial in determining whether the Chinese brand will continue to be a success story in the years to come.